Welcome everyone to your Mercury Retrograde reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Let's get straight into this. Remember, this is all signs part of the reading. There are timestamps for your individual zodiac signs. Okay, so you can find that in the description area. Otherwise, it is sent to each and every one of you. Okay, not just one, all signs. That way you can find it. Okay, guys, let's get in here. Mercury retrograde in Pisces, bringing many of you to this spiritual crossroads. Look at this. We have the meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces, Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, and no wrong roads. Okay, so this actually is going to bring many of you to this spiritual crossroad at this time. Okay, whether you do some meditation or how you react to this situation is going to be different for everyone. Okay, so if you are doing some meditation work, you can also check out the second channel for that, okay, to help you meditate. But we definitely have the new moon in Pisces is saying this is meditate and contemplate. Okay, the retrograde is not about chaos, guys, okay? It's about clarity through confusion, which that confusion can keep you at this crossroads, right? So it's about illusion dissolving. It's about karmic lessons resurfacing, and it's about spiritual protection activating. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some cards. Let's go ahead and cut the deck first and go ahead and get some more cards to the situation. Okay, let's just talk about this Pisces new moon card here for just a second. We have to understand that when we have Mercury ruling the mind, okay, the logic is going kind of crazy and gets confused. And that's when the intuition now through this Pisces energy is going to start strengthening. That's where you're going to start seeing right clearly. Things that you didn't see as clear, things that are confusing you, you can meditate, you can stop, think just for a second, slow down, and allow that intuition to come in and start strengthening for you, because that Pisces wants to come in to help you with that meditation and that clarity. So for those of you who are highly intuitive, you're definitely going to feel that strengthening, okay? So silence will be revealed more than just chasing answers, okay? If you find yourself in kind of a whirlwind of trying to chase these answers, you're going to find yourself always at this crossroads, right? Because you didn't stop. So it's going to cause this emotional confusion for some of you. Remember, you're going to also have these old memories starting to resurface. People from your past want to come back because you might have some kind of karmic ties. And then dreams are becoming more intense at this time. So this is not just something random. It's reflective for a reason. Okay, guys, let's get some cards over here. We do have Swords of Light coming out. And the Halls of Learning. So with the Akashic Stargate as well, having this deeper message of no wrong path, it's only awareness. Like that though, because it's going over here underneath this kind of halls of learning over here, where it's like you have to you have to choose from fear, right? Or are you going to choose out of growth? Because that's what it's asking you. Are you returning because it feels familiar, or because it is aligned with your better path? Okay, because there's great lessons. And this is why your exes want to come back. It's a karmic test of, does this really align with us? Can we really work this out? Does this really fit? Or is this just one of those things, right, that just keeps coming back, and I want this to be cut? So there's also the time right now to be able to cut cords through meditation. Right, and saying, I choose what matters to me the most. This is not working, right? So Just remember what the swords of light is: the divine protection, cords cut, and breakthrough energy. So not everyone who is returning is meant to stay. We know that. Sometimes they're returning so they can see clearly this time, you know what, we really are not aligned. We really are not meant for one another. I need closure. And a lot of times it was because I didn't have the proper closure, or you didn't cut those cords. And they think that they need to be there. And then you have to make that more clear to them. We're not doing this again. There will be no reunions. So you're protected through this time. Even if something ends, even if something shifts, you're still under this divine protection. Okay? So bringing out some angel numbers. We do have the 777, perseverance. This is a change of the perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. There's a need for change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the right step is. Meaning we don't need to return to older things. We just had a solar eclipse that just said we just wiped everything away. We just had that ring of fire. We just had that horse that said, no, we don't need these old things. But now you're being tested. It's almost like you can't tell me that this was not divinely set up. You're going to tell me I need to end something, and then you're going to throw me a Mercury retrograde. That is divine alignment. It's testing you to see if you actually really gave up what you wanted to throw away, toss into the fire, say goodbye to. And now I'm going to test you to see if you actually can get through that. You can't tell me that that's coincidence. It seems a little too coincidental, don't you think? We just did a huge release. Now you're telling me what, you want me to go back? Yeah, I want to test you to see if you actually release that. Do you still have emotional weight to that? Is it still holding you back? Did you really learn the lesson from that situation? So now you have 23, we'll just say. Wow, very aligned numbers over here. Cycles and communication patterns. Where are you repeating emotional loops? Are you going through those loops? Is it just this karmic cycle that you keep returning to? You need to break that pattern. Now we have 10-10. It's up to you. Free will is activated. Moderation does matter, and balance does matter as well. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. Okay, eventually you will experience joy as well as the brand new opportunities. Trust within this process. Okay. This retrograde does not trap you guys. It reveals your patterns. Now let's get a couple of clarifying cards, and then we will get to each individual sign. Okay, so let's go. Two of Wands. Planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, and leaving home. Well, there you go. With that crossroads energy again. But it's talking about the future planning, making a decision, forming new decisions. Queen of Wands in reverse. You know, look at this one here, because this is talking about where your confidence is shaken up. She's in reverse, right? So your ego may be bruised in some areas, or someone seeking attention instead of aligning themselves to you. So you could definitely have some people who want to seek your attention. That's that coming back. I want to be your friend. Next card coming out is the Page of Pentacles. This is talking about those new opportunities that are forming around you during this Mercury retrograde, a new mindset and a new foundation. It's going to require some maturity, but also a lot of reflection. And it can be a time of manifestation if you know exactly what it is you are looking at, right? So you can say, okay, but you might even find some new news and information. Also be careful of misinformation at this time. There's a lot of misinformation coming out during a Mercury retrograde. So you can find a lot of good information, but also a lot of people give out a lot of bad news, bad information, okay, and a lot of miscommunication through people. That's very known, right? And things being lost in the mail and all that, and computer problems, and right. So over here we do have the Three of Cups, friendships and balances, third party confusion, social energy that might be, not aligned. Not every celebration is supporting you. Not every friendship is supporting you at this time. That once again just feels like that misinformation, miscommunications within friends, family, and co-workers, people of this nature. Just anybody you could be dealing with. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles, of course, is that balancing out everything that you need. I mean, this Mercury retrograde is really asking you, what are you balancing? And what no longer serves you? What is sustainable and what is not? What are you considering returning yourself to? Is there something that was good for you that you know you're aligned to, that you could take that advantage? Right? Or is it just all karmic nonsense of things that are trying to draw you back into something that's some old pattern that you know is unhealthy? Right? So what are you really considering on doing? And does it align to who I am now? Remember, we just went through a new era. I'm becoming a new person. I want this new me to stand out. So I definitely don't want this old shit coming back. That's why I always say it's crazy. This kind of, is it really a coincidence that we had this shedding of the old, and then you want me to turn around and, hey, you want to go back to drinking? Do you want to go back to smoking? So you might be feeling like you're being pulled into these directions, okay, what no longer even suits you. You're like, no, I grew out of that. But all of a sudden it might want to give you cravings, or cravings for someone, or some kind of emotion comes out of that, and memory comes out of the blue. Thanks, Pisces. Right? Thanks, Pisces. But just remember, Mercury retrograde in Pisces is not truly here to confuse you. It's here to refine you, you guys. Okay, illusions are dissolving, patterns are resurfacing. Okay, but you are divinely protected. Okay, so just make sure that whatever you're choosing, that you're choosing it for the better you. Okay, so let's get in here, guys, and see what's going on. Okay, going straight from Aries all the way into Pisces. Okay. Aries. Aries, you have the Sun to the Four of Wands in reversed over here. It's talking about this retrograde is illuminating instability right now for you. You might feel like you're a little stuck, a little unstable, not feeling like you have perfect footing and grounding at this time. But yet I do like the Sun, though, because the Sun says it's okay, though, because you're going to actually see the clarity that you need. So it could show that something in your foundation feels a little off, a little shaky, right? It could be the home and the relationship, whatever the stability is, commitment that isn't solid as you thought it was. So it's bringing in definitely some shaky ground. But I like the clarity because it says, I might not feel right now how this is going to work, but I will get the clarity and understanding of what to kind of do next. So it just feels like the Mercury retrograde in Pisces may expose where you've been pretending everything is fine. There's that illusion kind of thing, right? But then it's kind of like readjusting itself, bringing in that clarity for you to do what is necessary for you to feel like this is what needs to happen, right? And what you guys are doing is going to be a little bit different from, from each other, whether you're keeping the relationship or just redefining it and making it work, right? Fixing things. So you could be asking yourself, is this foundation built on truth and comfort, or does it need to be, or can it be, right? So those are some good questions. Okay, guys, let's go straight to Taurus. Taurus, you have the Two of Cups, to the Five of Swords in reverse, to the Six of Pentacles. Ooh. It looks like your relationship really is talking about being under review. With the Two of Cups is kind of showing that there's meaningful connection, but the Five of Swords reversed suggest there's kind of some kind of past conflict, some ego battles, or some miscommunication trying to resolve itself. So, and then we have the Six of Coins coming in where it's saying we're trying to balance this out. We're trying to maybe give more. Or is there just too much breadcrumbing? Are we trying to fix this? Will this connection be equal? Are you giving more than you're receiving from this situation? So I do feel like this retrograde is allowing the healing to come in, but only if that fairness of the Six of Pentacles is restored. I just feel like for you, Taurus, it's going to be mutual effort or nothing. If they cannot show you what it is that you're wanting, maybe your worth, your value, however it is, I just feel like it just may not work. Okay, so I do feel like that's where the contemplation is coming from. And going straight to Gemini. Gemini, you have the 10 of Wands in reverse to the 5 of Wands in reverse. Okay. I just feel like this is kind of like some kind of a relief going on for you at this time. Mercury is your sign. It is your planet. And I think that it is giving you the relief that is needed, right? You and Virgo share the Mercury. But I do feel like it's lightening your load. It's actually helping you out, which it's not unusual, right? For your own planet to help you, even if it's in a retrograde. So I just feel like it's actually lightening the load for you. It's allowing you to drop some burdens and settle some conflicts, wherever that might be. If you were having some kind of miscommunication, guys, I just feel like if there was some drama around it, competition, whatever is going on, it's definitely fading away and clearing up. Okay. But I still feel like there's still kind of a lesson here, though, because I mean, no matter what, it's Mercury retrograde, right? And I just feel like the lesson here is Spirit's trying to tell you, stop carrying what isn't yours. You're carrying too much. You're carrying someone else's stress. You're carrying someone else's load. You don't need to go over the limits for someone else if they're not going to help out, okay? There has to be some kind of peace. There has to be some kind of resolution, okay? They have to carry their own load. You can't do everything for them, right? That's not to everyone, but of course that's for a lot of you. But no matter what, it does feel like you're doing it all, okay? So this retrograde is like freeing you up if you want to let it in, right? If you want to allow it, it will free that up for you. I like that. Thanks, Spirit. I like that. It does. It feels like there's some kind of there's going to be still, I feel like, some agreeing to disagree in some areas, but you know what? Hey, as long as we're not arguing. Okay, Cancer. 10 of Swords to the Hangman. Hello. So we have the 10 of Swords to the Hangman over here. This is a little deep. Okay. It's like, this is a little deep. The 10 of Swords is showing this ending is possibly going to be very painful. It's possibly very overdue and you know it. Okay. Because the Hangman says, I want you to pause, but I don't want you to react just yet. I want you to just kind of stay still. I feel like that's telling you to stay still because the Mercury retrograde in Pisces is asking you to shift your perspective. Remember, we've seen that over here. Shift your perspective. You're 777. That's where that 777 is going to come in strong for you and shifting that perspective. Okay. That's where it's saying, I want you to look at what's going on around you before you make any kind of move. So it's a surrender energy, not a defeatful energy. Okay, it doesn't want you to feel like you're being defeated. It wants you to feel like you're surrendering to what makes you feel better. I want you to understand that the ending may actually be a spiritual redirection. I'm helping you redirect. I'm helping you put you where you're supposed to be aligned. So before you do anything, make sure that you're letting yourself see from a different vantage point. Look at things from a different area. Stand back and kind of witness it from a third person point of view. Right. Okay, now going straight to Leo. You have the Ace of Cups to the King of Pentacles. It's saying that during this retrograde brings this emotional kind of renewal with stability. Look at that. Emotions and stability together. I like that. This is some kind of a fresh, new emotional beginning for you, Leo. I like it. And being that, you know, you guys have been having some really great readings lately too. So really enjoying this being here for you during this time, because this could give any kind of forgiveness that's needed, or self-love, or just attaining even new love, new feelings of spirituality. I mean, there's just all kinds of beautiful things that it's here. But with the King of Pentacles here, it says this isn't fleeing, right? This is staying, and it's staying grounded. It's the change that you're looking for within this certain situation. So if you do have a new love, there could be some proposals, some new dating going on. I just love that. But it's something that's saying, I'm coming, but I'm staying. I'm staying long time. I'm not here just to rush through this. So if you do have a new date, let's say that you've been dating for a while, it's something that's long term. This isn't just somebody who's in and out, right? So it is saying that the Mercury retrograde in Pisces is kind of softening your heart, but it's also kind of asking you, is this love emotionally fulfilling and stable? Is this something that's grounded? And the answer is pretty much right there. It's saying yes. It's not a fantasy. It's not something that's just going to be swing door with this energy, right? It's just something that could actually, you could continue to keep building on. So I really do like that. Even if it's a new job opportunity, this is something for the long haul. This isn't something, job that's just going to be here for a couple of months and then it's like, oh, it's gone, it's over, right? So very nice. I love that it's protective as well. There's this protection. And then, of course, the reading in itself is also talking about this protection. So, you know, being divinely protected. So I do feel there is a protection against whatever it is that you truly are enjoying. And it's really encompassing a lot of passion around you. You can feel it. So I do like that, guys. Going straight to Virgo. You have the Knight of Swords to the Seven of Pentacles. So it is kind of telling you, though, Virgo, over here, Mercury is your planet, but it is telling you, Virgo, it's time to slow down a little bit. You're in this place of urgency. It's going to feel like things are rushing around you, and it wants you to just stop and kind of plan your next action. Not everything has to be so fast. It wants you to kind of ask the questions and then allow yourself to sit and receive the answers, right? So it doesn't have to be this rush, because it does feel like right now you could feel like you're in this place of rushing around, right? But there's no need to. Right now you can just kind of pause and assess what's going on, just as he is doing here as he's planting these seeds. Okay. Whatever you're looking for, there's no real rush. It's not going anywhere. Okay. It's right there for you. So the retrograde is kind of asking you to review your investments, keep yourself emotionally in tune, because there's a lot of financial gains coming towards you, but there's this big energy, and I can see that, where it's making you feel like if I don't do it now, then it could go away. But that's not what it's saying. It's saying it's okay. It's preserved. Not everything needs to be immediate action right now. Okay. And it could also be that fire horse energy, you know, and that ring of fire. I mean, you know, everything just felt like it was urgent, right? So some things just need that patience. And that's good, though, because it gives you time to reflect and prevents you from making any kind of mistakes if things just feel like they're too fast. And you have to watch some things too. If some things feel like they're going too fast, kind of ask yourself, why are they going so fast? Is it a good deal? Because if somebody's making me rush into something now, is it really good? Or is there something behind it, right? Or is there something behind it that might be a little malicious? You don't want to have any kind of miscommunications. Libra. The Wheel in reverse. The Seven of Cups in reverse. And the Three of Wands. Wow, getting 3 cards over here. Spirit is letting you know something felt stuck is becoming clear now. I do like that. You're really getting the clarity with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Could be breaking some cycles as well. Something that just kept cycling around and around, and could have also made you feel like you were stuck in a rut or a karmic cycle, which is breaking now. Because that Wheel in reverse showing the delays of timing issues, cycles, could feel like there was bad luck or you're not in control of the situation. Something might have felt like there was something in the way and resisting the wheel from turning, allowing you to make the right decision. But now it's saying you're prepared for this new progress. So any confusion that you're having is definitely lifting for that clarity, and you're starting to see your options realistically now. So you might have even felt like maybe this feels too much like an illusion. It's kind of a facade. But now you're seeing where that could have been and what the truth of the situation truly is. With the Three of Wands, it's that forward movement that's definitely coming. It says, this is where I'm taking you to the next spot. You can actually see things coming towards you, and you can also see things that didn't really serve you, you know, like breaking the bad luck cycle. If that's what you believed you had, you're moving away from that. Okay. So I do like this. I feel like this retrograde may be slow at first, as it's kind of aligning you as you're becoming more clear about the situations. You're no longer fantasizing. You're more into a planning. I'm planting seeds, and I'm planning for the next step. So this is very, very powerful, guys. Very powerful for you. Very, very powerful. I feel like by the end of the Mercury retrograde for you, Libra, you're going to finish this out strong. You're going to be way different, and things around you are going to take a huge turning point. Okay, because I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is making its way back around into being right side up, and you're going to feel like you're in this place of good fortune, and shifting. A lot of good shifts around you. Okay? Okay, Scorpio. We have the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. Wow, lots of swords going on over here, guys. I talk about some information evolving, lots of information. Wow, mental clarity, understanding, walking in your own authority over here. The Page of Swords is really showing that curiosity, watching, gathering information. Might even be feeling like someone is observing you from a distance. You might have a secret admirer. Could be even an air sign. But the King of Swords over here says clarity is definitely coming about the situation. Having a lot of mental clarity. There's a lot of truth coming out on this situation. So I feel like within this Mercury retrograde in Pisces is really pushing you from speculation into what is really the truth, right? So it's almost like to this point where it's like, I'm going to stop assuming, and I'm going to really start to seek the facts about what's going on in this situation. So I do feel by the end of the Mercury retrograde, you might be moving on from questioning everything that's going on and putting yourself definitely into the knowing. So I do like that. Going straight to Sagittarius. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Swords. Okay, got here, guys. It feels like something you've been holding on to needs to be released. Four of Pentacles says, I'm holding tight to this. I'm in reverse, so I need to release this. I need to let go of this. Either that or I don't need to be holding on to this so tightly. Take it how it resonates. Because it could be either self-protection or I'm protecting this so hard, right, that it's not healthy. So definitely, no matter what it is, it's either completely letting go or just loosening your grip on the situation. Okay. With the Five of Swords over here, it's like be mindful of your ego. Conflicts. Don't let people get away with shit. Okay. Somebody might be trying to win at all costs. So this retrograde, you may want to it just feels like letting go. It may be showing you where your pride is creating unnecessary tensions. So letting go is the needing to win. So if you feel like you're trying to win at all costs for some certain reason, it's saying letting go is actually where winning becomes your victory. Because at this point it feels like there's no real peace. So this is kind of like where peace becomes more powerful than kind of proving your point, or let them go. Don't let them prove their point to you anymore because it's not worth it. They're trying their hardest. So it's either you or them. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's stealing your peace. Don't let someone else try to steal your peace. Okay. It could even be somebody coming back, like an ex or something, or a memory or something that's trying to, no matter what, steal your peace. So let that go. Capricorn. Got the Ace of Wands, and we have the Fool card coming out. Look at that. Whoa, this is exciting, guys. The Ace of Wands is that inspiration and that spark, right? That new beginning, the urge to want to create things, making new beginnings, saying, hey, you know what? I got some new ideas, some new things that are going on in my mind, and I would really like these to flourish. And then the Fool is saying, yeah, take that leap of faith, make that new beginning happen. I've got your back, right? So the Mercury retrograde in Pisces may actually redirect you towards something new, guys, new creative sparks, or something that you've been working on. If you're looking for that job, that new job could be coming in as well, because it's whatever opportunity it is. But it does feel like there's going to be a little bit of a, let's put it this way, a little bit of a blind faith and really trusting in the situation. He's going to leap and he's going to hope to God there's a mattress at the bottom, right? Either that or he's going to grow wings and fly, whatever. But definitely that's the way it feels. But it's good. It says don't overthink the situation, right? There's no overthinking. He's just going to do it, right? And he's going to be carried with the wind. Because some opportunities require faith before certainty, guys, okay? Sometimes that's the way it has to be. Okay? So sometimes we just have to go all in to win. Okay, let's go. Aquarius, almost done. Aquarius, we've got the King of Cups. We'll get that in just a second. To the 10 of Cups. Wow. So we have the King of Cups in reverse over here to the 10 of Cups. There's definitely some kind of emotional regulation. I think it's going to be the key factor to what's going on around you at this time. With the King of Cups in reverse, it's really showing there's some kind of suppressed emotions or imbalance. Kind of like riding the wave, right? Or are you drowning? Okay, but then you have the 10 of Cups that says, but there is emotional fulfillment is directly in front of you and is so possible. So don't let anything drown you. So I'm saying that this Mercury retrograde is really asking you, are you emotionally available or emotionally guarded? Are you going to ride the wave or are you going to let it drown you? Because this happiness is pretty much requiring vulnerability. So I would say that this is really about some kind of emotional maturity, not so much emotional control, but maturity to find that happiness. Okay. I mean, you do have the Three of Swords at the bottom, so definitely don't want to feel like it's all just because of a loss or emotional confusion, right? Because there is definitely a rainbow at the end of this tunnel. So if you guys are having some kind of relationship where it's rocky roads, roller coasters, it looks like if you come together, be vulnerable with one another, you can really make this beautiful, okay, with the Ten of Cups. And going straight to Pisces. Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like this is very personal for you. Being that the retrograde is in Pisces, I feel like this is really working on you. It's showing some kind of difficulty moving on from certain situations, really trying to hold tight to the past or even the now. Something may feel unfinished, unresolved, emotionally lingering around you or within your heart and soul. The Six of Pentacles is really saying, you know, balance must be restored. If you don't have the balance, it's not going to be restored at all. And this is saying, you know, I'm resistant to change. I'm not leaving this situation. You know, it's, you know, not you, then it could be them who's really lingering, but it still feels, no matter what, like it's still pulling on your heartstrings. Okay. So you still feel vulnerable there. But you have to ask yourself, though, Pisces, are you overgiving? Are you accepting less than equal? Are you only receiving breadcrumbs when you're giving, you're throwing out huge pieces of bread? I mean, maybe you're throwing loaves of bread and they're giving breadcrumbs. So, I mean, this is really about energetic fairness. You have to have the fairness. Okay, you don't have to carry what's not reciprocated. It's not your job. It's their job. It takes two to tango. Okay, so that's what's going on with you. Okay, and that was it. And enjoy the reading. And if you guys need meditation help, you can find Relaxing Whispers meditation with this video to help you through cutting cords and all this stuff there. And you can find that in the description area. Until next time, peace and love, guys. Bye-bye.